There's a time I was at home, Luandeti market, the specific place that is usually referred to as Luhoho. Luhoho is part of Luandeti market. I was in the hotel belonging to Caleb Kakai Cheptiri, and we were talking, just passing time. Then somebody, a young man, who obviously from the looks was a Kikuyu, came to us and he told us that we look familiar, and he thinks he has met us somewhere. Well, I asked him, it is me who asked him, whether he usually visits Luandeti. He says, yeah, he usually visits Luandeti, but he has a feeling that we have never met in Luandeti. We said that is our home area. Actually, this elder here is the owner of this hotel and his house is just around the corner. He said, no, it is not here that I met you. I must have met you elsewhere. Now, I asked whether he had seen us aside or was seen one here, the other one another. He said, no. My memory just tells me that the number of times I've seen you, you have been together. Then I clicked, I said, if you have not seen us here together, then the only place in the world we have ever been together is either Riruta Satellite or Kawangware. I had not even completed saying Kawangware and he jumped up pointing at me, said, you're right, it is Kawangware that I've seen you. Near Sokoni Arcade. Then I told him that I used to have a barber shop stroke saloon within Sokoni Arcade. Then I asked him where he stays near Kawangware. He said he had some cereal shops in Kawangware Sokoni and also Kawangware 56 near Dadameri, Akatsa. Said, okay, and mountains don't meet, but people meet, as the Swahilis say. Then I told him this old man owns this hotel, and his house is 15 to 20 meters from here towards Lugari town. And me, I'm opposite this road, and you have to use a rough road for over 2 kilometers to reach my place. Then I wanted to ask him what brought him here. He said that he had come to Luandeti during harvesting time, and he was buying maize. He was buying maize through Gorogoros, and then he will go and sell it at Kawangware market. I was pleased to hear that the maize I eat in Nairobi is from my home village, among others. So I got interested. I asked him. He said that he usually takes a 1-week trip to Luandeti and back during harvest. He can come by bus, then take 2 days buying maize. Then a lorry, that people call it a trailer that is called semi-trailer. He fills it to the brink. Once he has filled it to the brink, on the 3rd day, the vehicle comes. Then it takes 2 to 3 days to take back to. So in a week, he can get money buy as much maize as one trailer, semi-trailer, then sell it. And you know what? He gets double his investment. And it got me thinking. Here is a Luandetian who planted maize in April, bought fertilizer. Those were the days before Ruto came with his subsidized fertilizer. Bought his fertilizer, bought his seed plant, used all that labor, also relied on God, because you can plant your maize and that year it does not rain, or the rain pattern goes against the growing up of the maize. Either the rain comes early, or the rain goes late, or the rain comes in excess, or the rain comes in, you name it. So you also rely on luck. 6 months later, you harvest your maize. You who has taken 6 months, you don't get you get half of the person who his is guaranteed, because he leaves Nairobi on a Wednesday. On Friday he's buying things. He leaves Nairobi on Wednesday. On Thursday and Friday he's buying. Saturday the vehicle is going back to Nairobi. So him for 6 days he has gotten double what you got in 6 months. This is one is dedicated to Luhyas, because I also met a boy. He's also dead. Don't say that I'm always talking to dead people. There is a boy who was called Elphas Makumba. He was from Mumias. And one time I was discouraging him from planting sugarcane. And he told me that when Mumias Sugar Company started in 1972, his family has been into sugarcane farming. Said he cannot stop what his grandfather did, what educated his father and his siblings, and what educated him and his siblings. That was, he even died before Mumias collapsed, although it has been revived. But I told him to go and look, next time he visits home, he should go and see the land that his grandfather had in 1972. And I even asked him, how big is your land? He said 1.5 acres. I said, how big is your grandfather's land? He said 30 to 40 acres. Now this is somebody who had a few bombers, 1972, and he was farming over 25 acres to feed Mumias Sugar. Those of us who were there can remember those days. Mzee would leave home with Mama. Then he's paid in cash. They do a lot of shopping, and he requests Mama to give him a few, to let him have a, that is a request in word, because to me it is just information. He would inform the wife that I'm remaining with this, and then he would remain with some money, continue drinking 24 hours for 7 days. This is somebody who had 25 to 35 acres land to plant sugarcane. Na wewe yuko na eka mbili and you want to plant maize, do you want to plant sugarcane the way that person is? I think Luhyas, especially those from Bungoma and Kakamega, we should rethink about our farming. Take an example of 2 acres, you plant bananas, you'll get a lot of money, or even avocados. Let us start smart farming. Otherwise, we will lose it in the near future. You plant sugarcane, you go unapembeleza factory wakupatie permit, you bribe, you do what? Bananas, if they don't come for it, you eat it. Final.